Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are well. I hope you guys are safe. I hope you guys are staying at home. Or I know in the UK officially they've eased the lockdown today, but most people are still working at home. Most people are still doing their thing at home. So stay safe. If you are going out, stay safe. Stay alert. Try not to have. Try to keep social distancing and not to get in contact with people. As the government guidelines try to adhere to those government guidelines. A quick shout out to Wayne Bordeaux. You've asked me to do a video on Terry Norris and how Terry Norris is one of the most underrated champions. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna release that video on Sunday. I'm gonna talk about it on Sunday and go into more depth about it. Do a video about it, and I'll release that video on Sunday. Let's get into what I want to talk about. Now, Keith Thurman was giving an interview with Ellie Setback yesterday, and Keith Thurman said that he wants the Errol Spence fight next. He says that the Errol Spence fight is a massive fight between him and Errol, and it's one of the biggest fights in the welterweight division. He talked about quite a bit. And we know that Keith Thurman has come out and said that he wants to fight with Errol Spence, and I think Errol Spence's trainer in an interview with Ellie Setback said that he wants to have Keith Thurman fight for Errol. I think it's a great fight, guys. Errol Spence v Keith Thurman is a great fight. It's one of the best fights in the welterweight division. I know a lot of Spence fans think that Spence is just going to walk through him. I don't see that fight being that easy as what people think. I think a lot of Spence fans, listen, I understand you're fans and you're backing your man, but believe me, Porter showed that, Spence isn't he's not a guy that's just going to walk through everyone, and listen, Porter's a tough fight for anyone. There's no shame in that, but it was the way that people were bigging Spence up where Spence was going to destroy Porter and it didn't happen. Let's not forget, before that fight, a lot of people thought that Spence would destroy Porter, right? And that fight was close, and no one thought the fight would be that close. People thought, even Eddie Hearn said, he goes that I think Spence is special, and I think Spence will knock out Porter, and he'll do something that the others couldn't do, and he couldn't do it. He actually had a more closer fight than Brook and Thurman, really. If you look at it, his fight was even closer than those guys. But I think this Thurman fight is a good fight. I think it's a very good fight. I personally think Spence, I would favor Spence just because of the body attacks, and I think Spence is very gritty and very tough. And I think Thurman, here's the thing, I think they both have strengths that can cause each other problems, right? I think Thurman's boxing ability and Thurman's footwork, which I think is better than Spence's, would cause Spence a lot of trouble, and Thurman can crack. Thurman's a bigger puncher than Porter. He is a bigger puncher, and there is a chance that Thurman could hurt Spence. However, Spence has shown me a good chin so far. He fought Kell Brook, who could punch, and he definitely showed that he's got a good chin. And I think that's the issue for Thurman. I think Thurman could give Spence a lot of trouble. However, I think Spence's strength and Thurman's weakness just don't go together. Where I think Spence's body punches he's probably one of the best body punchers in boxing, and Thurman's ability to take a body shot is not great. So when you combine them two together, it doesn't stand well for Thurman in a 12-round fight against Spence, because somewhere along the line, even though I think Thurman could outbox Spence and be winning on points, I think Spence is going to catch up to him. And when I think Spence starts going down to that body, that's the problem for Thurman. Otherwise, if Thurman was solid and he could take body shots, he could, had a granite chin, I actually think he may even beat Spence. But I think the problem is, when you're a fighter, you've got to be overall complete. You might be better than you might have better footwork than someone, you might be able to outbox them, but the problem is with Spence, he's a good boxer. He's very, very tough, and he's got very good body shots, and that against Thurman is a problem, because we all know Thurman's getting hurt of guys like Collazo and even Pacquiao, who's not known for a body punching, right, are hurting Thurman. Spence, who's a big welterweight, a strong guy, who punches us solid, when he goes down to that body, he's going to, you cannot not see Thurman getting hurt. And Spence will probably finish the job as well, because he goes down to that body. When he gets you hurt, he continues to go down to that body. And that's the problem for me with Thurman. I think Thurman's capable of winning, but I just don't think he's going to be able to maintain for the 12 rounds. And I think a lot of you agree with me as well on that. That's going to be hard for him to go 12 rounds with Spence, because Spence is tough. And I think all of us agree that we can't really see Thurman getting Spence out of there, because Spence is very tough. So that's the issue I have about the fight. But in terms of the fight happening, I think the fight should happen. I think it's a monster fight for the welterweight division. I think it's a fight for the welterweight division that the welterweight division needs. And I think it's a great fight. A great fight that, we want to see. And it should be a fight easy to make as well. What do you guys think? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Is it a fight that you want to see? Who do you think wins it? How do you think the fight plays out? Leave your thoughts in the comment section. I'll respond to you like you always do. Make sure to like the video, guys, like you always do. And I'll see you guys in the next video.
I want to thank you all for me reaching 7,000 subs. I appreciate your support. Guys, as you can probably see from my channel art, I have recently started Patreon and Blogger. If you were to click on this icon here, it will take you to my Patreon page. And I just want to take you through my Patreon page. So at the minute, I've got 2 options. Hopefully, I will increase this if my Patreon grows. But at the minute, I've got one option, which is $1 a month fan donation, which will obviously help me produce better quality content on YouTube and faster for you guys. And I've got another option of $3 a month for 2 live streams a week discussing boxing with myself. You guys will get to speak to me face to face. And I'll take you to my boxing blog. So if you were to click on this B sign here, it will take you to my boxing blogs, which is this page here. And all you have to do is click on here, and that will take you to my boxing blogs, where you can see all my different articles that I've wrote. So as you can see, I've wrote 6 articles about different topics. So if you want to click on one of my articles, all you got to do is click on this, and it will take you straight to the article, and you can read it, and you can then go back and read the others if you would like. But yeah, guys, I thought I'd just highlight this to you. So make sure to read my articles. Make sure to subscribe to my Patreon if you're interested. And guys, I thank you for your support. I thank you for me reaching 7,000 subs. Guys, I'm out.